Cobra is a classic sports car from the 1960s. I love Cobras. Not the skinny kind they made for a couple of years, but the fat one. You see them every once in a while. A Cobra is low and all curved and super fat, like a chunky bug that's pumped up like a balloon. It isn't a family car. It's just 2 seats, a steering wheel, and pedals on the floor. It's a machine. The racing tires are really fat. The wheel wells over each tire flare out like big angry lips. The front end of a Cobra looks like a snake, with 2 headlights like eyes and a big mouth, the radiator hole, that could suck the pavement right up into it. It's the nastiest looking fast car on the road. I love Cobras. I've built plastic models of them. I've bought magazines about them. I once went to an auto show with my father, and they had a red racing Cobra there. The shine was so thick, it seemed like if you dipped your finger into it, it would be hot and wet. But they wouldn't let you get near enough to touch it. As if it's so hot it'll burn you, I remember telling my father. He laughed. Cruise nights at a drive-in restaurant in the next town sometimes had a Cobra too. That past spring, Jeff had told me his uncle had an original Cobra, and I was totally floored. He had restored it from a used one he bought in New York where he lives. I had never seen the car, but Jeff told me it was a red one. The kind you like, he had said. People don't really talk to me much in school, or notice me. Not even adults. My mother says it's because I don't get out there. But Jeff and I had been friends for a long time. We never really said much to each other, but we did stuff almost every day. I always got his jokes, and I think he liked that. I remember feeling it was so cool that he knew I liked red Cobras. Jeff had said his uncle sometimes brought it up to his house, and he got to ride in it. But I didn't get why I had never seen the car. I've never even seen your uncle, I said. Jeff was flipping through a stack of comics he had taken down from a shelf. He chose one and slumped in a chair with it. He didn't say anything. I don't have an uncle, I went on. I don't get the whole uncle thing. It's just me and my parents. Neither of them had sisters or brothers. He still didn't say anything, so I just kept on babbling. Uncles always seem like these guys who get to have all the cool stuff fathers never get to have. Finally, he dropped his comic into his lap and looked at me. Yeah, well, my Uncle Chuck has a Cobra, and he's coming over next weekend. I think my heart thumped really loudly. Saturday? Next Saturday? He shook his head. No, the weekend after. The 9th, I think my mother said. Maybe we'll drive over to your house in the car. He pushed the comic book off his lap. Really? He got up. My mom said she got me 2 Avengers and a Spawn, the one where he bites through to another world, but she hid them because I yelled at her. Let's find them. I need to get all the school junk out of my head. Really? You mean it about the car, the Cobra? You'll come over and we can ride around in it? Sure. Let's check her bedroom. Chapter 2. Monday morning, I slid into my seat in Mrs. Tracy's classroom. It seems strange now to think that I didn't know anything about Jessica Feeney then. She was only a few minutes away, and I had no clue that she even existed. I had spent most of Sunday sitting on my bed with my car magazines around me. The window let all the warm air in, and I remember wondering if it would still be warm 13 days later when the Cobra came. My seat in class was the first one in the first row by the hall door. It was odd that I was even in the first seat. Where you sat in all the classrooms at St. Catherine's was alphabetical. In every year before, there were kids sitting in front of me. Bender isn't usually the first name. Kids with last names like Anderson or Arnold or Baker were some of the ones who sat in front of me in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. 2 years ago, a girl named Jennifer Aaron sat at the head of the first row. She probably always had that seat, I thought. But I also thought it was strange because I had heard that Aaron was a Jewish name from the Bible, and why would a Jewish girl be going to a Catholic school? When I told my mother about her, she said I should just go ask her. But I never did find out. Jennifer transferred to public middle school last year, and 2 girls from the other class, Tricia Anderson and Cindy Bemioli, were in front of me for 6th. Jeff hadn't been on the bus that morning, but he was already sitting in his seat next to me at the head of row 2. He didn't say anything when I said, "Hey!" He just sat there quietly and chewed his fingernails, which he did a lot, without thinking. I guess his mother had driven him in because he missed the bus. She probably wasn't happy about it, and so they probably had a fight. Jeff seemed to get mad a lot more since his father went away. Usually I just left him alone, and pretty soon he'd be okay. Right now his head was bent to the side, and he was turning his fingertips in his teeth. His tie was loose around his neck, and his top shirt button was undone.